Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another session. This is the Zen God, and I'm excited to share with you all these updates with you. So I'll give you a big picture overview of what this episode will entail. So we'll go down some cool XRP related information at first. Then I want to show you guys some cool stuff that I've been learning about the Flare networks. So we'll talk a little bit about the Flare networks. And then I'm going to go into a how to purchase XDC on BitTrue without creating an account. So the easiest way to purchase your BitTrue without making an account. So that's what we're going to cover today. Really simple, should be a quick one. But let's get into the markets today. Of course, if you guys are liking these videos that I'm making, please like, subscribe, and continue to show your love and support. We're at 750 followers now in about 2 weeks. So that's incredible. I thank each and every one of you. So the market's still doing pretty good. I still think it's weird how they have this Tesla right here all of a sudden again. Like they had the Wall Street bet. XRP is really steady at this 52-cent mark now. So that's pretty awesome. I want to update you guys because we just did a video yesterday. It seems like every time I make a video about a coin, it gets a little pump. So we had a video about H-bar and it hit 14 cents. It went up 50%. It went up 30% since the video. So H-bar, I did a cool video yesterday. Go back and make sure to check it out. So those are the main updates that we talked about Zilliqa. I do have Zilliqa. This is on a pretty crazy run as well. Yeah, you could get that on Uphold. So building on what we were talking about yesterday and knowing what this count has been about recently, how there's thought police and people don't want you to think your own thoughts anymore. They want to tell you how to think. They want to tell you what to invest in. They want to tell you what to FOMO in. They want to tell you everything. This guy is in no way, shape, or form this. I'm not even going to say it. 17 supporter. Nothing is related to him at all. But even he's getting this warning on people on his account, warning people about like he's a extremist and blah 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 blah. So that is crazy. And it's just verifying what I was talking about yesterday, how they don't even want you to have your own thoughts anymore. This guy does, and that's weird how the XRP community, first of all, attracts the people in the 17 stuff. But number two, it's weird how it's kind of like they sum them together. Because I've had a few notifications on my videos as well when I'm talking about XRP. Like, it just proves my point even more that XRP is this like secret thing that they don't want people to get involved in. I was talking with some people last night, and he's like an old school crypto guy. He's been in it for a very long time. And he was saying he was scared. He didn't want to purchase XRP last bull run because just how much shilling was done on him. Like he was almost scared to purchase XRP because so many people just made up so much bullshit about it. Like how there could be unlimited supply of XRP. That's not true. It's actually the opposite. With each transaction, a little XRP is burnt. So it's the opposite. They tell you it's centralized. He was telling me they even called it a China coin back then, when it's actually Ripple is proud American company. So he was just telling me how it was back then, and he didn't invest into it because of how much shilling was happening. So I was like, I like to have these thought experiments, right? So I have these thought experiments. Now I was imagining, okay, so going back to this chart, this is insane. Basically, if you're in the market, you're winning. You're winning if you're in this market. Look at like random shit I never even heard of. Luna, 100%. Neo, 52%. All this stuff, we're in a gold rush. We're in a digital gold rush. We have to upgrade our thinking. The old paradigm is gone, so we have to develop new thinking. We're entering a new paradigm. So we have to think like, okay, we're in a new paradigm, and then reflect on certain situations in the past, how it relates. So if you remember, the gold rush, people were coming from the East Coast, traveling all the way across, and this is back before they had planes. I think people were on stagecoaches and stuff, but they did all that sacrifice through the desert, through the cold, through the heat, just to get to California for the gold rush, to pan some gold in the river in hope that they could get some gold and have a new chance at wealth. People did all that just to have that opportunity. So I was thinking, this is just a random rant, but I was thinking, okay, so if I traveled all the way across America to get my wealth, and then I walked up to a river and I saw some other gold miners and I said, hey, where do I find the gold? Naturally, human instincts, unless you find the one lucky guy that actually is there to help you and is looking out for you. I'm trying to be that person. I'll do my best. But let's say so the naturally the person is going to point you in the wrong direction. They're going to go, okay, go over that mountain over there as far away from the gold as possible. And there's things called fool's gold. That's what I was thinking. Like, okay, so if I were to ask a miner back then, where do I find the gold? There's no way he's going to point me in the right direction. So we have to do our own due diligence, use our own intuition, our own research to find gold, because no one's out here going to help us find it. And that's a metaphor that I would like to tell people as far as the crypto markets, because it seems like everybody's pointing us in one direction. Go this way, go this way, go this way. Even when you watch YouTube videos, they funnel you to Bitcoin maxis to watch their video right after. I'll show you the two, Anthony Pomp. Let me show you the other guy. I finally found his. But they funnel you, you're watching the XRP video, then they funnel you to someone that says, okay, this is a shit coin and it's not going anywhere. Then they have this guy, and they have like amazing studio quality. They have like studio quality equipment, and then Pomp. So if you guys are new to this channel, you'll notice that I'm probably one of the extremists. So they have this guy, they give him this whole like fake organic look and stuff like that, but he's big time. He goes on CNBC, but he tries to have this whole image that he's just some guy with like an average Joe like me and you with a laptop. This guy is definitely a promoter and paid by Bitcoin. And then you got Mark Cuban coming out, all the shills. Mark Cuban's coming out when he just wants to prove that he's a deep state asset with trying to ban the American anthem from the sports games. Like, dude, he obviously isn't happy with his life because he has to get all this. Well, I'm not going to talk about that because I know a lot of really cool people that have done plastic surgery and they're still really nice and cool, but I just want the bag on him a little bit. Anyways, let's continue. We went on this off focus a little bit. So I was just bringing this up, like what the heck is going on? Like if you're researching XRP now, not only are you researching a bad cryptocurrency that's a shit coin, now you're also part of this random thing that a lot of these people aren't involved with at all. They're completely just only crypto people. Unlike me, I actually am that's all I'll say. Okay, while all this is happening, let me keep it all on the same page. We could switch it up. You guys are smart. You could jump around from topic to topic. So China accounts for 80% of the global solar panels production, and demand is expected to explode as the world goes green. The dirty secret of the industry, it relies on, I don't know how to say that, and it's cheap coal power to produce half its key raw materials. So solar is going to become bigger in the future, and the main thing with solar that we know is they need silver. Silver is an electric current metal. That's the use case. That's why it has value beyond just speculation. It actually has real use case. It's the number 2 commodity in the world beyond oil. So it's actually used a lot. That's why they have to suppress the price so much, because your iPhone, so much things that you use require silver. So like, especially like Elon Musk, he needs silver for his cars, I believe. And also he's a big solar guy. I don't know if he sold Solar City. But so that's why he won't tell you to pump silver because that's going to mess up his business. And a lot of other people won't tell you to buy silver too because they don't want you to know, like banks especially. So this is bullish for silver right here. Let's go back to XRP. So let's listen to the genius himself, David Schwartz, representing XRP, made in America.
Modern payment system built on blockchain technology that allows end-to-end payment negotiation, fee discovery, pathfinding, multi-hop payments, and so on. And it's sort of agnostic to how the payment settles. It can settle with a digital asset. It can settle through a traditional Forex desk or through correspondent banking. It's agnostic to how the payment's going to settle and allows financial institutions to choose the settlement method that works best for the particular payment. XRP is a universal vehicle of value. This is one of the tools that Ripple is using to solve the international payment challenge. This is a digital asset that moves value between two parties in just a few seconds in a neutral system. It doesn't have an operator. It doesn't have a central counterparty. It's censorship resistant. It's fast and reliable. XRP lives on the XRP ledger, just like Bitcoin lives on the Bitcoin blockchain. The XRP ledger has some very interesting properties, though. It's very cheap, a tiny, tiny fraction of a penny. It's very fast. Payments can be fully confirmed in less than 10 seconds. It's available on over 100 exchanges and traded on over 200 currency pairs. So this is an open source, decentralized technology that provides a digital asset that provides scalability, speed, and low cost. It enables the full settlement of transactions for fractions of a penny. The XRP ledger doesn't just host XRP, though. It has a tremendous amount of built-in functionality. It's a sort of fixed function blockchain. It's not like Ethereum where you can add your own functionality yet. There's been work to add that feature. But it does have very sophisticated fixed function transactors. And a major feature is issued assets and the decentralized exchange. So issued assets are assets other than XRP that have some counterparty. You can set credit and balance limits. You can decide what issued assets you want to hold. There are order books, so people who want to trade one asset for another can trade them. And cross-asset payments work using the liquidity in the order book. So if there's someone who's willing to trade US dollars for Bitcoin, then you can pay US dollars and deliver Bitcoin or vice versa. And the network will figure out how to make that payment work for you. And payments have incremental execution, so you don't have to buy down a single order book and get a bad rate for a large payment. Payments can execute across multiple order books concurrently. These are features that have been around in the XRP ledger since 2012. These are
So if you guys want to watch the full video, he did. It's about a 12-minute video. Definitely worth the watch. But XRP isn't going anywhere. Things are just getting started. Things are just getting started. I'm trying to find one more thing. The SEC, I'm not going to play the video. Hester Pierce, she's also known as Crypto Mom, has noted that certain regulations at the SEC are very dated. She calls for the agency to move faster in certain areas, pointing to cryptocurrencies as one example. So even an SEC lady that works there is saying that they're outdated. And you guys still have doubt. Well, I know no one on here has doubt. And we also seen today, so now let's go kind of into, now let me go back. Okay, so we just watched David Schwartz, and he was talking about how we've seen this. You guys got to look closely at what's right in front of you. We've been telling you that this is going to be the global bridge asset. Here's the X, here's the XRP. What is this? This is gold, silver stacks. So gold and silver, we've been telling you guys, it's going to be the bridge. This is how you move gold and silver's value into a different currency, into this, into someone's phone. By us owning this, I did an explanation one time, just on the spot when I was live on a live stream. I always think in metaphors and different things. So we see this logo. So we see it's not like a sharp, pointy pyramid anymore, right? The top has been cut off because we're recreating a level playing field. So here's probably like the old money, and this is the bridge. This is just speculation, guys. Just have some fun with me. So XRP goes through the bridge. You already know about that, but the reason why they don't want us to buy XRP in a way because we're becoming the new banks, the financial institutions through Flare. So every time we purchase, we're filling up this new 1% as well. And we're helping create a new level playing field. So that's just some speculation I was doing on the logo design. It could be nothing. But moving on to Flare, I'm going to show you guys this clip.
Users of the Flare network can access their own generated bank and exchange without giving up custody or control of their assets to a centralized party.
So there we go, right here. User of the Flare network can act as their own yield generating bank and exchange without giving up custody or control of their assets to a centralized party. So we're generating bank and exchange. Like this thing is so massive, Flare networks. I don't even think we could wrap our head around just how big it is. These fools are having like Oscar Academy winning commercials for their shit. It's like these guys are like trying to win an Oscar with their commercials each time. Every time I watch one of these, I freak out. Time for some future. We have Marty McFly in the directed by 589. We know the 589 riddle from Bearable Guy 123. A production by Flare Finance featuring you coming 2021, where we're taking the power back from the banks and we're going to bank ourselves through the Flare networks and through XRP. Let's watch this video. This video is freaking badass.
Marty leads an ordinary life. No McFly ever amounted to anything in the history of Hill Valley. History is going to change. How far are you going? About 30 years.
So as a lot of you guys know, if you're holding XRP December 12th, you're going to be receiving an airdrop if you were on one of the qualified exchanges of some free Flare. So that's freaking huge. Flare is a really exciting project. I'm excited to see what's to come with it, but there's lots of clues. Like Back to the Future kind of reminds me of the looking glass technology. And it kind of goes with all the theories that we've been putting together that this is a looking glass project. If you guys know what that means. So now I'm going to go down some of the doomer news for what's happening with Bitcoin. A lot of people just think it's going to keep going to infinity. Let's hear some other perspectives. And then we're going to get into the XDC information soon. I'm saving that for last. I just want to put together, we talked about silver, crypto, now we're going to go into Bitcoin.
Yeah, if you think that the U.S. Treasury and the U.S. government is going to let this thing get out of hand, where literally corporates are starting to replace dollars
what can they do at this point?
They can regulate the hell out of it, is what they can do. And we've already seen that. I mean, we've seen it to some extent. I'm just telling you. I mean, they're going to let the dollar fall away from being the reserve currency for the world. So right now, we are in a bit of a euphoric state. I mean, when you think about, what are we talking about here? We're talking about Tesla and we're talking about Bitcoin. These are two risk assets that have gained more than $1 trillion combined in like the last 6 months, and it's all based on hopium. And I don't mean to hate on all of this. All these people who are making a ton of money on both of these things, just understand that there's got to be some sort of gravity that takes hold at some point, and the two of them combined make for, I think, a really difficult situation if they both start going down together. And the ripple effects that we will see across currency markets, financial markets, and the such could be really great. No one is talking about it right now. There are no more naysayers in Bitcoin. So I would just say to you, have at it at 45,000, because you've taken out everybody who thinks it's a scam.
Yeah, it is approaching 45,000 as we speak.
You can't even make this stuff up, guys. Just listen to his language, the ripple effect that's going to come from this. Like, I'm just not even going to say anything. I'm just going to keep moving forward, because if you've been watching my videos, you should see enough that it's right in front of our face. Just most people don't have the connection to their intuition, like I've been talking about, so they can't connect the dots. Yellen, who happens to be friends with Christine Lagarde, and we seen the video a week ago that I posted about Christine Lagarde being anti-Bitcoin. Yellen. Let me just show you guys. I don't even have to, I just type in Yellen Lagarde. They're practically married. They might as well be dating. You guys don't see this. How could you not see what's happening? All the people are coming together and they're in their positions. They're best friends. It can't be any more clear. But people still doubt it, and it's okay. This guy has a bunch of good content today, real XRP boy. Hope you guys are okay with a longer video today. So, you remember I came up with that theory about Bitcoin probably being made by 3 people. I said it's probably Jed McCaleb, Arthur Brito, and Brad Garlinghouse. And then he posted.
Komodo is the moniker assigned to that. Is that a person? Is that a group of people? I don't know.
Homme de guerre.
Yes. Yeah, someone obviously knows, and there are various theories about what group of people. I happen to believe there's probably 2 or 3 people who represent what is Satoshi Nakamoto, and maybe one day we'll know the truth.
Mm.
Is the moniker assigned to that? Is that a person? Is that a group of people? I don't know.
Homme de guerre.
Yes. Yeah, someone.
If there's any body language people, you should really study his face. 2 to 3 people, he kind of gave a smirk. Really 2 people, because Arthur Brito and David would have been the ones doing primarily, like most of the technology behind it. Because Arthur Brito and David both NSA, and Arthur Brito is like a high-level physician, like really, really smart. And he's working on something called PolySign right now. You guys should look into PolySign. And that's a top secret project. No one could talk about it. If you ask about PolySign, because it's all non-disclosure agreements, NDAs. You can't talk about it when you're under NDA. Nobody could talk about PolySign. If you want me to do a video on PolySign, let me know. I'm gonna show you one more video down what's going on with Bitcoin and some of the content from the past.
You can't just be a store of value for store of value's sake. It has to actually have a use case, and that's how we see this evolving. You can't just be a store of value.
So store of value alone is not going to be enough to save Bitcoin, in my opinion. Now, keep in mind, look, I have lots of friends. My brother has made a lot of money on Bitcoin. I've owned Bitcoin in the past. I could have conversation with Bitcoin holders fine and other things. I'm just sharing my research on this page. And if you're holding Bitcoin, you're making money, awesome. That's great. And we could probably sit here and talk for a good hour, 2 hours about crypto and not even argue or nothing. So I'm not like, I know a lot of people that hold Bitcoin and they're happy with it and everything. I'm just giving another perspective. That's what this channel is all about. So there's one more thing I want to show you about your mentality. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna get through this XDC thing real quick. Actually, I know a lot of people are waiting for this. So the easiest way to purchase your XDC, you'll see this a little bit about what I have. That's not on my wallet. So many people are freaking out about what to do with their crypto, about leaving it on an exchange. Most people will tell you, get a cold wallet, put it on a ledger. However, I'm gonna tell you something different. If you haven't reached your accumulation goal yet, and let's say you're just getting started with crypto, I think it's personally going to be okay as long as you're on the leading exchanges like Coinbase, these exchanges. You can leave it on there for a while. I have coins on my exchange. When you start reaching a lot of money, then take some of your profits out, buy a wallet. So you can see I have some coins in my BitTrue, not that much before I transfer them, but they're fine to leave in here for a certain amount of time. So what I do, I don't have an account with BitTrue. I didn't give them any of my banking information, anything, but I'm still able to purchase crypto. I'll tell you a cheat code. Some of the more advanced people are against Coinbase because of the fees, but Coinbase is the cheapest. So what I'll do is I buy XLM because XLM's fast and it's cheap to send. So I buy XLM off of Coinbase. And then what you do right here, you go to XLM, you go to deposit. You simply keep in mind, if we're moving to a new system, historically, it's always easier, right? So it's easier to have a cell phone than it is to have a cordless phone, right? Technology always makes things easier. That's why it gets adopted. A lot of people get so afraid of crypto that they aren't willing to even learn or try because it's something new. When it's actually, if you just do it, it's easy. So all you do is you just grab your phone, you push the send button, and you just swipe one of these QR codes, and you type in your address, you send it. I've already done this. I sent $13 of XLM to here earlier because sometimes it takes a little bit of time. So this is the next step. I go to trade. For this situation, I'm going to trade it into XRP. So I want to buy XRP. I want to sell my XLM for XRP. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click 100. I'm going to go to the market. I'm going to click 100%, and I'm going to sell all my XLM right now. So then you see right here, my order just went through. So now I have XRP. So I have XRP. Then I go to exchange. I'm going to go to the XRP market. So that means I'm using XRP to exchange. Now if you're using USDT, if you're using Bitcoin, you go to these. So now I type in XDC. That's what I want. So I have 24 XRP. I'm going to max that out. And I'm going to do the market price and then click buy. And then I come over here to my assets. I check if it went through. It's already done. So I have another 1,000 XDC with 13 bucks. So I don't even have to I don't have to give them my credit card. I don't have to give them my banking information. I don't have to verify an account with my ID. I just simply make a quick account, and then I transfer XLM from my Coinbase, deposit in here, convert it to XRP, buy it on the market. It'll be easier if I just could use XRP, but Coinbase is banned from XRP, so I have to do that one extra step. You could send Bitcoin or Ethereum here and then use that, but the only problem with that is there's more fees. So this is a cheaper way to do it. So everybody knows how to purchase on XDC on BitTrue. Very simple, very easy. It's not that complicated. I just did it in 5 minutes. One more topic. So there's a new news that came out today. I talked to a lot of people about talking about NLP today. Looks like I'm not going to have time. But basically, a lot about what NLP is teaching people about your unconscious mind. More importantly, how to change the programming of your unconscious. Notice how I'm saying unconscious. Most people have taught you to say subconscious. Program your subconscious. So what's the problem with that? This isn't crypto. This is something totally new. What's the problem with calling it the subconscious? So when we do math at age 5 years old, 6 years old, we learn that sub means to subtract. So it's less than. So 1 minus 0, you subtract it. It's whatever. I'm not but anyways, you get that. So sub means less than. They want you to believe your subconscious mind is less than your conscious mind, right? Now, that couldn't be farther from the truth. Remember yesterday, upside down world. Nothing they teach us is real. I mean, I'll go hang out with some people and I have to bite my tongue because they're talking about how the sun gives you the C word. The sun gives you cancer. I'll say it. Fuck it. The sun gives you cancer and blah, blah, blah. And oh my God, wear sunscreen or else you're going to get skin cancer. We live in a culture that's afraid of nature, afraid of the sun. Like, what the fuck? And you wonder why there's so many issues, mental health issues. The sun creates life. The sun is life. Without the sun, we don't have life. We don't have food. We have nothing. Our body needs vitamin D. If you actually look up, a lot of the people that are suffering the highest with the current, whatever you want to call it, illness, it's because they lack vitamin D. And vitamin D is like a super hormone. It's beyond a vitamin. It's like one of the most important things in your whole body. It helps you actually process a lot of stuff. Where did I go on this? Okay, so back to the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind, the unconscious mind, is far more powerful than your conscious mind. Your conscious mind can only hold 7 plus or minus 2 things at a given moment. That's why our phone numbers are 7 numbers long. Because if there's any more, we wouldn't be able to hold it consciously. Your subconscious or your unconscious, however you want to call it for today, holds a record of every event your entire life. Everything is recorded at the subconscious level, like a never-ending tape recorder. So there's a lot of different things I could tell you guys about NLP, the neuro-linguistic program from communication. That's how I'm so big on words, how I notice all the different words that people say. But the main thing I'll tell you guys is about reprogramming your subconscious mind. And it's going to be important for a lot of people in the XRP community because we have to retrain ourselves to think bigger. If you've never experienced wealth, you want to start programming your subconscious mind for it because if it's not ready, there's no container. It's kind of like, okay, so the bigger, let's say I'm building a pool, the bigger I build the structure for the pool, the more water I can fill into it, right? So we want to create a really big structure so that way when our time to receive wealth comes, we could hold it all into our pool or in container. And here's an example how things are going to be changing in the future. All of a sudden we have something called trillionaires. That's never been heard of before. And when we start talking about XRP, all the money, people can't consciously even comprehend that yet. We can, because we've already been developing our subconscious. But trillionaires are going to become something new potentially. Trillionaires could be a new thing. So we have to train our subconscious mind to think bigger, and also to let go of any limiting beliefs we have about ourselves. So if you believe, and a lot of times it's not our fault. So it's not our fault. This is just going, I can't believe I went down this path. So it's not our fault. It's all the programming from our environment at a very young age. So from the age of 0 to 7, those are our imprint years according to psychology. So from the age of 0 to 7, we're soaking everything in like a sponge, from the TV, from parents, family members, and we're creating our map of the world. So, I mean, a lot of people might want to, if you have a lot of like self-sabotage, if you have a lot of like ups and downs, then when you do get wealthy off of XRP, you should definitely contact an NLP coach to kind of go in there and find all the sinkholes and issues with the neurology and unconscious mind. So that way, any of that negative programming you have, you cut it from the cord and get rid of it so you could have new prosperity. And ever since I learned this stuff, totally transformed my life. I actually do this. I don't even talk about it much, but because I don't need to, because I actually do this full time. So people wonder what I do for a living. I'm actually a full-time NLP coach, and that's what I do as my day job. So that's what I do full time, and I'm really big into it. So I was happy some people asked about it, and I've seen some crazy miracles. There are a lot of people that hate on us because we disrupt the system. So like, we don't believe in a lot of the narratives. So like, we ask questions like, how is it possible someone can experience pain for 20 years in their back? Like how, it's really, to sum it up, the study of excellence. So this is what Tony Robbins, this is what a lot of people use. And there is just like XRP, there's a light and there's a dark side. So people like Barack Obama are actually trained highly in NLP. That's how he hypnotized the whole nation when he was on stage. He did something called pacing and leading, using Milton Ericksonian hypnosis to hypnotize people and then give them the suggestion of what they wanted them to do. I have a full breakdown on Obama's NLP ability. So don't kid yourself. It's also being used on you on a daily basis. It's being used on your family. So it's also good to learn this to guard yourself from the programming. One of the key words in NLP we use is anchor. You could anchor someone. So why do you think in the news has anchors? They're there to anchor their suggestions into the masses. NLP, it's all neuro-linguistic programming. They're using it on us a lot. But there's a light side of it, the transform the planet side of it, that people use NLP to actually help people heal trauma, help people remove PTSD, help people get their life back. Because you could heal all things. You heal all things through the unconscious mind. A lot of people don't know that. It just, not everyone's willing to do that holistic journey of health. Some people want to just take the pill and whatever. So NLP is a really big field. We could talk about this for hours. Maybe I'll do a separate video just on that. But the core of it is the subconscious mind. So we need to fill up a huge, massive pool. So that way when the wealth comes, we could hold all that wealth in there filled all of the water. Water is money, currency, current, river banks. We put our money in the banks. So train your subconscious mind, listen to different affirmations, and if you have any more questions about the subconscious mind and any of this off-topic stuff, just leave it in the comment section, and maybe I could do a video specifically on this stuff and the communication, how people use the mind, how you could. Everyone always tells you can only use 10% of your mind, right? Like, how do you know that's true? What if we could teach you how to use more of your mind? So this all comes down to how it relates to investing is, number one, you have health, energy, vitality, that's everything. But that's my number one value. To someone else, their number one value could be something totally different. Family could be everything for them or something. Everybody has different values. We all live with a different map of the world. So the next, what was I talking about? The values. Okay, how it relates. The one thing that's more important than investing into your financial future, I would say, is investing into yourself. Investing into your own personal development, personal growth. If you're thinking about taking a class, or like whenever I've invested into myself, the next year I've always seen a jump in my income. So investing into yourself is really important, and investing into yourself doesn't always come with a monetary price. Like, it could just be buying a new book and reading it and educating yourself on something new. We have to keep our mind sharp. When you learn new things, you're growing things to actually like help like de-age yourself, so you stay more sharp. And we need to be sharp in investing. So yeah, anyways, this was a fun video. I went all over the place in this one. If you're new here, not every video is like this. It's usually boom, boom, boom. But I think this was fun. And like I said, in these videos, I do make mistakes. I just put the record mic on and I just freely open up and talk. We're just hanging out. So that's my style. If you like it, cool. If not, if you want someone with a suit and tie and all professional, then I'm not your guy. But it's been fun. We thought about a lot of different things. I will let you go finally. All right, guys. Peace.